Mrparka here for another review, movie that was sent to me. I knew me and this movie would cross paths because just I couldn't escape it for some reason, and it's because it's genre, because the cheese factor. Savage Weekend, released by Cheesy Flicks, early entry in the slasher genre, 1979, with a healthy helping of cheese. It's released by Cheesy Flicks, but let me start off by saying this isn't really a good movie, but it's kind of a substandard slasher, maybe even less, but there's a couple things worth mentioning that make it a little better than substandard, but it's really cheesy. It's really funny to watch, mostly, I mean. But the film basically starts off with a lady whose her ex-husband comes and picks up their kid. And she's going to go on a weekend retreat with some friends and her new sugar daddy, and they're going to try to have fun. Anyways, they end up going, and the array of characters is a bit bizarre, especially there is a homosexual character who is completely out there, the most interesting character in the movie, I'd say. I think first or second most interesting. I believe a Cinema Snob reviewed this one and said something about this character, because if you see this movie, you gotta mention this character. He's just insanely weird. And he's like a flamboyantly gay guy, but he's actually tough, and he's really creepy, and he spies, and he's kind of intriguing. He's kind of a cool character.
Hey, Rance. I thought they didn't allow no bathing suits in here.
Sure does fill one out nice, don't it?
Sweet talk won't do it, fellas. I'm into rough trade.
I got something I bet you're into. How about you, Rance? You got something for him, too?
You better believe I got something for him.
Do you now?
Ain't that right, Rance?
I bet I know just what it is, too.
I bet he does.
Let me guess. I bet it's that tiny little thing that your mother sucks on every night before she puts you to bed. Come on. Nice boy. Nice boy. I wasn't brought up in the South Bronx for nothing.
I enjoyed him. He was weird. He ends up getting in a really awkward, cheesy fight scene with these guys in a bar. Completely inappropriate scene for the movie, but oh well, what do you want? Anyways, as time passes throughout the movie, you also see there's a couple other actors. There's a couple actors you recognize in this movie. William Sanderson, of course, from Blade Runner. E.B. Farnham in Deadwood. He plays this stupid guy named Otis. They allude to him in the beginning being dangerous. He's stupid. And I don't know why he got a lot of work after this movie. He's also in Fight for Your Life, for you genre fans out there of exploitation. And the guy who I'm really interested in this one, he did a good job, was David Gale, young as hell. David Gale from Reanimator Guyver fame. And he had this big old mustache, and he was just this working guy. And he was completely weird in it. I mean, for him, it was just kind of strange. He's kind of the most heroic person in the movie, everyone else, even though he's not really heroic. There's a scene in this movie where it involves him and the lead woman, and her and him, they kind of have this sexual tension, and they're in like a barn, and they start milking cows, and they show the udders and stuff. Really strange, creepy, kind of disturbing scene, because it's just the way the sexual aiming towards the cow udders is just disgusting.
Ever tasted it fresh?
And later, people start getting picked off, of course, and there's nothing too spectacular in the death scenes, really. Maybe 3-4 seconds of gore, nothing really amazing. I mean, the movie's pretty late made on an early slasher, so it's cheesy. It's a little bit slow paced. I mean, the first hour, no one even dies, so it's like, are you serious? What is going on? Why are you dragging this out longer? But the music in the movie is completely out there. It's like this cheesy, like, a man on the road. It's just crap. I'll play it. It's funny crap. And then, what else is there? Oh, the end fight scene is definitely fun 70s showdown stuff. Complete to the max cheese. But yeah, overall, it's just a cheesy early slasher movie that is for slasher enthusiasts only, or people that want a good laugh during it. Because this one is a little bit boring, but it does have quite a good amount of laugh out loud bad scenes. The boom mic is spotted a couple times. The release, it's not that great of a looking release, but I don't know if there's any other releases out there. I think there's one more. It's probably the same source. But Savage Weekend, if you like slashers, if you like cheese, check it out. If you like serious movies and you don't want to deal with this crap, steer clear. She won't like it. If you're a big David Gale fan, it is interesting seeing him in this. William Sanderson as well. Kind of strange. So those are the negatives and the positives of Savage Weekend. If it sounds like you can deal with the negatives and you like the positives, then check it out. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye.
An upstate man ain't got much for his time in this life. Little pride, little property, sometimes a little wine. To keep that little he fights a lot of temptation and strife. And the pride's more important to him